Welcome to the show. Special guest Tyler Bowyer. He is the COO of Turning Point Action. Welcome, my friend.
Thank you for having me. Glad you're here.
I am glad to be here as well. You know, I missed it last year. I've missed it. It's hard with kids, young kids, you know, and so I am so glad to be out here in Phoenix. The energy here is amazing, by the way.
It's insane. Like, you look around this place, we've got tens of thousands of people from all across the world.
Yeah.
Most of them, I presume, are Americans.
Yeah.
So
did you do a check? I don't know. Are we checking citizenship here?
We are checking. Yeah, we have. No, but it's true. It's crazy. We have all 50 states represented.
Yeah.
Conservatives from other countries coming here saying that they want to learn how to do this activism stuff in their own home country, which we support. I mean, obviously, we don't really care about other countries, but we want
to learn from us.
But they want to learn from us how to do it. It's great, and it's just been awesome to see the amount of enthusiasm that people have going into this next year's election. So
I'm glad that you brought up the election, because obviously with TPUSA Action, that is what you guys primarily do. And I wanted to ask you, going into the midterms, I know there are a lot of people who are a little bit nervous.
Yep.
Obviously, historically, it's never good for the people in power. And on top of that, you have a lot of this in-party fighting and division.
Yep.
And so I wonder, I know, you correct me if I'm wrong, because I knew Charlie, but obviously you were much closer with him. His vision was, we're primarying all the RINOs, we're getting them out of here. If you're not America first, you're going to go. So what is the plan going into midterms for that?
Yeah, I mean, that's step one, right?
Yeah.
So I think actually, so you brought up something, you said the word infighting. So I think a lot of people right now are looking at this and going, oh my gosh, this seems like there's a lot of struggle that's happening within the conservative movement, That's actually a good sign that there's people fighting over the heart and soul of what it means to be a conservative, about the Republican Party. And that means that there's going to be some challenges, hopefully, to some people who are incumbents, who are not doing a great job or good enough job to support the president. So part of the issue that happens with incumbency when you have a president is that there are people that start to show their face that they're not on the team.
Yeah.
They're not helping that thing. And so naturally you have some fight that happens because the people who aren't on the team are going to get challenged by people who want to help the team.
Right.
And so that's a natural part. What ends up happening later on is the other side has their own challenges that don't necessarily bubble up to the top as quickly because they're not in office. And then again, you kind of have this like teeter-totter effect that happens. But I mean, that's one thing that's really important is, like, you look around here at AmericaFest, you have a bunch of people coming together wanting to help solve those problems now so that we get good people in next year. Yeah. And I'm super enthusiastic. I'm super optimistic about the fact that we can do that. And fighting is good.
No, you're right. You're right. It's how we grow as a movement, I think. Are there any specific states or candidates that you guys have targeted for the midterms?
So what's really important for the Republican Party is to build our own red wall. So the left has talked about their blue wall. So you talk about Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania for presidentials. Our side has not focused or invested enough into places that are really meaningful for us. And so when we talk about meaning, well, that's statistically meaningful, right?
Yeah.
So there's only so many swing states that everybody can agree are swing states.
Sure.
You're sitting in one right now. Arizona is one. Statistically, Arizona is the most important swing state for Republicans to win. Because if you don't win, all of the combinations that happen, you lose about 70% of those to win the presidency in 2028. So when you look at that and you back your way into 2026 and midterms, you say, okay, well, what makes the most sense to kill two birds with one stone and help invest into those states that you need long term? Well, there's a governor's race here in Arizona, and that's really important. So if you win that, you're going to be in better shape for 2028. In Nevada, you've got an incumbent governor. In a place like New Hampshire, where the Republican Party's invested almost nothing, the president, do you realize this? The president only lost New Hampshire by tens of thousands of votes.
That's incredible.
And people don't even realize this. Back in 2016, he almost won. He only lost by less than 5,000 votes.
Wow.
Only a few thousand votes. I can't even remember. I don't have it at the top of my head. Just a few thousand votes. So you have winnable places that happen if you invest into them,
right,
and show some muscle. And that's part of what we're doing here is kind of building that red wall, that red map.
Yeah. I heard Erica yesterday. God bless her. She just walks up there and she's just so poignant and beautiful. And she said, we are going to win in 2028 with my husband's friend, JD Vance. So you guys are already like, we're doing it.
Erica's a warlord.
Yeah.
And so this is what I know is that she is obviously she's a mom. She loves her kids incredibly. I think if you asked her, if she was sitting here right now with you, she'd say, what would you prefer to do? Be a mom?
Sure.
Or be a warlord?
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes we don't ask for these things.
Right.
They
Right.
become incumbent upon us.
Yep.
She has marched up there. She has been able to figure out how to do both of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And in the wake of the most horrific murder that any of us could have ever seen, and it's unimaginable what happened to Charlie this year. She has taken the entire country on her shoulders and got up and uplifted everyone by saying, we have work to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about getting up and speaking or podcasting or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All that's really great.
No, I agree.
Really important. But we all have to put our boots on, strap up here, and go to war against the radical left who wants to take our country away from us.
Yep.
And we'll be damned if we allow Charlie's assassination to be for naught.
Yeah.
That we're not going to carry the torch and carry the banner of what he had set up, what he was passionate about. Because every single day, Charlie Kirk was interested in one thing, and it was ensuring that this country was going to be around for the next generation.
Yep.
And the republic was going to be defended. And if we don't do that work now, we're toast. And by the way, just real quick, and I know, sorry, I'm belaboring this.
No, you're good.
2026 leading to 2028 is the most critical election of our lifetimes. And it won't even be close after that, because if we lose 28, the left is going to hijack everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, and I think that in large part because President Trump came in and he had all these executive orders that just changed things overnight, but you don't have the codification of that within Congress yet. So,
well, Congress has to codify everything, but keep in mind too, if we don't win in 2028, redistricting is going to be a tool that the left has already been using for the last few decades, that they're going to lean into dramatically, and to ensure that we don't win states like Texas ever again. I mean, if the left got their hands on Texas,
I know,
and they can do this a couple different ways,
I know,
we are in really big trouble, and that's why it's so important to defend everywhere. Lift where you stand, fight the battle where you are, pick up the arms, that school board election matters in your deep blue and deep red state. Doing the work that we're doing at Turning Point to focus on those key target states, again, like Arizona, Nevada, New Hampshire, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Iowa. Come help us with those places if you have extra time and free energy. But if you're in those states, you're really important. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You have probably the weight of, and we tell our team this, every single person that works for Turning Point Action, they are chasing hundreds or a few thousand votes. But the multiplier effect across the country is really, those are millions of votes, because millions of Americans are depending on us to win Arizona. Right.
That's why I love what you guys do so much, because just like a brief story, just to really hone in on what you're saying. My husband and I became delegates at our local, district. And it was actually such an eye-opening moment for me when I went to the conference that they have, and we were by far the youngest people in the room.
Yep.
I'm not a spring chicken.
Not even close.
No, it is not even
you
close.
Are.
Well, I mean, I'm not. So I'm just like, oh my God, what are we doing? We are the young people here are letting 80-year-olds dictate the future that they are going to live in.
Yeah, I mean, the real sad part about it is not the age of the room, it's who's not in the room.
Well, right, that's why I'm saying, like, you guys are the ones who are growing up in this. You need a say.
Well, here's what's scary, right? So everybody's complaining most recently about affordability, right? And talking about housing and not being accessible, right? Totally right.
Sure.
Like, this is a real problem.
Yes.
You can't be a player and be constantly on the sideline, constantly putting yourself on the sidelines, right? Mm-hmm. You're either in the game or you're out of the game. You're on the bench or you're at home, right? You got to be in the game. So the problem is that we have now an electorate in America that is predominantly young, millennial. So most of the electorate is millennial or Gen Z.
Yeah.
You know this, right?
Yeah.
baby boomers are now a smaller portion of that. But if baby boomers are the only ones showing up,
Exactly.
they're going to dictate policy, right? They're going to make the decisions for you. And again, we have some wonderful baby boomers that are here.
Oh, of course.
It's not our baby boomers aren't the problem.
No.
It's the left's baby boomers
Yes.
that are starting to outnumber the number of conservative millennials who show up.
Right.
And they're dictating policy. So a lot
Exactly.
of people are asking the question how did baby boomers move slightly to the left? Well, we're losing baby boomers. They're aging out. They're retiring. They're not showing up to vote anymore.
Right.
Because there's two types of people that typically don't show up to vote almost always. Those that are too old to vote and those that are too young to vote. Here at Turning Point, we focus on those that are too young to vote, meaning 18, 19-year-olds, and trying to get them more activated quicker.
Yeah.
We saw that outcome this last election that was super successful on college campuses.
Yes.
We shifted the electorate on college campuses to the right double digits.
Right. Yeah, it was so eye-opening for me when I saw that. I was like, we need the young people showing up and being involved in the conversation, and that's what you guys have done so well.
Well, and
at
they
TPUSA
probably
Action.
loved having seen you there.
Sure.
I mean, there's a lot of people that they get a little nervous when they see other people show up, right? But they love seeing you there, and my experience has been showing up, just like you did, to the local Republican stuff, the local city council, local school board stuff, is that people actually, once you start getting involved, they keep seeing you repetitively. Like, oh, well, why don't you participate?
Right. And by the way, I just want to say, it's some of it is really boring work. I'm just going to be honest. It is really boring. I think that it's important going into it, but it's so important that it's worth it.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what has previously turned young people away from being involved. They're like, I don't want to go to this meeting and have to listen to all these rules, but it is just so important, especially when you're talking about local. Local is what affects you the most in your daily life.
Well, can I give you the analogy? The analogy
Please.
is like a party, right? Like a party is who shows up.
Right.
So if you have a party and no one shows up, it's a lame party.
Yeah.
If you have a party and only your kind of lame friends or whatever show up, or they don't bring good food, or you don't put on good music, right? It's gonna be an awful party.
Right.
And so a lot of people are they're really hesitant to jump into a party and make it cool.
Yeah.
But if you get into that party and then you call up 3 or 4 of your cool friends and they show up, and then they bring food or drinks and music and all that stuff, now all of a sudden the party's cooler.
Right.
But it takes that first person to get there and get the party. You've been there at a party right before, and it's you're trying to get it going and you're oh, this is awkward.
Right.
So you just have this start to talk to people and get people going and give that guy a drink and hopefully he'll wake up, right?
Right.
That's the same thing with the party, right?
Yeah.
The Republican Party is going to be lame.
Yep.
And that's the story of AmericaFest.
Yeah.
Everything was lame.
You're right.
And I sat with Charlie and I was like, dude, we have to do cool stuff and invite people in and mix it up. And sometimes it's uncomfortable because people will get on stage that don't agree with each other, or there'll be whatever, right? That's what makes a party cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
The music's cool, the vibes are cool, the food is cool, the people are cool. That's what is going to change things. And that's what we have to do with the Republican Party.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I remember leaving in September when I was here last, and I left and I was like, wow, Turning Point is the new GOP. It's you guys. No pressure or anything. It's you guys. So it's been really incredible to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say this is our team at Turning Point Action. We have Luke that's right here. That's on our team. Does an incredible job in Michigan. We have so many good people that are across the country who have engaged, downloaded the Turning Point Action app, have done so much good work, have started this effort in their own neighborhood of starting on their street, talking to people, getting them involved. Again, it feels weird at first, riding a bike.
Yeah.
But once you start getting used to it, oh, okay, this is how it works. This is how you change the country.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all of the great work that you're doing out here, and I appreciate you having us. And it's a heavy load that you guys are carrying, but you're doing it just so gracefully and well.
Thank you.
I applaud you.
We've got a great team, and we've got the vision is very clear. We've got a huge amount of work to do this next year.
Yeah.
And again, things aren't always as bad as people think they are.
Right.
We've got a lot of opportunity ahead of us, and again, it starts the left doesn't have anything like this.
Right. Yeah.
We need
Their parties are lame.
They're just not doing anything. There's nothing exciting. I mean, we've already basically got a nominee for president in 2028.
Yeah.
They've got Gavin Newsom, AOC, Pete Buttigieg, and Kamala Harris are their top 4 polling people. Like, I would much rather be over here.
Yeah.
Like, not even close.
Yeah.
So we're in really, really good shape, and people need to embrace that.
I love it. Tyre Bowyer, he is, of course, the COO of Turning Point Action, which I encourage everyone watching, go get involved with TPUSA Action. I mean, if you want to save the country and all. I appreciate you, Tyler. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.